So thanks for coming to the workshop of Geopaparazzi. I'm Silvia Franceschi, and I think in a while Andrea will join us. We are the two main developers. So Andrea is the main developer of Geopaparazzi, which is an application for digital field mapping that we developed for our work. We are environmental engineering, so we developed this application for engineering and geologic surveys, but it can be used also for other tools like emergency management and in general all the field activities, and also if you want to do some tourism. For example, here in Valencia we walk in the city using the Geopaparazzi application. Geopaparazzi is available only for Android, and you can find it on the Android store. It is free, so just search for Geopaparazzi and then you can install it. It doesn't work on the iPhone or Windows phones. Okay, before starting to speak a bit of Geopaparazzi, we have to set up our computers. Unfortunately, we have to install stuff and so on, so it will take a bit of time. All of you have the gvSIG installed in your desktop. It is a folder on your desktop which is called gvSIG desktop 2.3 and so on. Do you all have this folder on the desktop? Okay. So we need this one, that is the main gvSIG installation. And then we need to connect also to the W folder. All of you connected to the W folder, Topo. This is Topo folder. It is a server as a folder on the server. You can all connect them. So you don't. Topo? Okay, perfect. So what we have to do is we have to do three things. So in the W folder, there is a folder jogged for gvSIG. Okay, you enter this folder, copy all that is inside here in the main folder of gvSIG. So go in the joggle folder, okay, select all the packages here, copy it, go in the gvSIG folder and paste here. So pegar, I think. Okay. Okay. Welcome. Okay, did you all do this? So you have the packages in your gvSIG installation. Okay. Just for the people that came, so let's introduce Andrea for the rest. We are the team that develops Geopaparazzi, and he in particular. We just started because we have to do some pre-processing of our packages, because here they didn't install all the stuff. And so what you need is to switch on your computer and go on your desktop folder. In the desktop folder you will find the installation of gvSIG. gvSIG is installed in a folder, and you can find it on the desktop. gvSIG desktop 2.3 is the name of the folder. So open this folder, and then access to the central server, which is the W, and it is called topo. So you have to open these two folders. If to access the W folder, you will a password and a username and password will be required. And as soon as you are ready to install to access, I will tell you. It is alumno/topo, and the password is uni10. So in the meanwhile that we are waiting for the PC, we try to go on a bit with the presentation. So we just started saying that Geopaparazzi is a tool for digital field mapping, and it is available only for Android phones, for Android devices. The main aim of Geopaparazzi is to have a tool that can be easily at hand when you need it, so it can be installed and used easily on your phone, and gives the possibility to georeference pictures during survey, with also other possibility to do some GIS interaction. Geopaparazzi is not definitely a GIS for the field, but it is an application taught for digital field mapping. So you don't have all the stuff that are in a GIS. It is very simple, intuitive, and provides just a few functionalities. And in particular, the main features available in Geopaparazzi are georeferencing nodes, text nodes, pictures, sketches, and forms, GPS tracking. Then there is the possibility, there is a map view, and the possibility to browse and navigate the map. There are the many export possibilities, and it is also possible to what are you doing exactly? Okay, this computer is almost ready. Switch off that one. Ah, okay. Okay. So, what we thought about this workshop is to give you a short introduction of Geopaparazzi, and then we will install Geopaparazzi on your device. All of you have an Android device here, so and an internet connection of the Android device. Okay, so you can install Geopaparazzi on the Android device. Then we will prepare the data for Geopaparazzi with gvSIG. We go out for a short. We will go out for a short walk, and so we will try to use it, because the problem is that Geopaparazzi inside it's a bit of nothing, because you don't see anything, because you don't see the GPS, you don't see maps. So we have to go a bit outside, so to test the application and to take some data, and after that we come back and we will transfer the data on our GIS. So basically having the data of a survey directly in a GIS format. This is what we will do. So the first step is did you finish with the jog? Okay. Okay. So I will go on here, and as soon we do the rest. Okay. So what we can do is to install Geopaparazzi on our devices. So installation is very easy. Just go in the Play Store and type Geopaparazzi in the search. I think you will see two options. The first one, not the 3. The 3 is the old version. So if you just see this one, is because the 3 is the version for older Android systems. So better is the first one. Select the first option and not Geopaparazzi 3, and install it. Okay? Okay, you have installed the 3. Okay. You will have a bit different graphical interface, but the things are almost the same. Okay. If you have questions and so on, just ask us. Okay, did you install it? Yes? Okay. So, if you open Geopaparazzi, this is the main view. Okay, as you can see, it is very simple. It has only 6 buttons, and there are very few icons there. So, it is an application that can be easily used outside. And what are these main buttons? So the first button is gives the possibility to take a note. Okay, notes are everything that we register in Geopaparazzi is georeferenced. So as a position in the world. So taking a note means that we take a note that can be a picture, a text, or a sketch, and we give to this note a position in the world. Then there is a possibility to show the project information and to personalize the metadata, to register the GPS track, GPS logging, then to access the map view, and the two other the last buttons are the import and export button for the data. And then we have this action bar on the top right of the window, where there is the possibility to select the background of your map view. The other possibility is to create a new project. By default, we create a project, but if you use Geopaparazzi, it is good to create new projects for different surveys, so not to put all together in a project. Then there is this icon is very important because it gives the GPS status. If the icon is red, that means that the GPS is not switched on. So you should switch on your GPS in the Android preferences. Otherwise, we cannot use it. If this icon is orange, it means that the GPS works, but probably you are inside, like here, so there is no fix for the GPS. If it is green, okay, the GPS is working and also as a fix. If it is blue, it works as a fix and you are logging. So you are registering your GPS position. Then there is the possibility to do some advanced settings and also other small items in the additional menu. But most important of this action bar are the background, the selection of the background, and the GPS status. So let's start to analyze a bit what we can find inside these buttons. So which are the main Geopaparazzi features? Okay, it's because if you have a smaller view, the icon will resize. Okay, but maybe you can find the missing icon in the menu, in the last menu. Sorry. If you click here, probably you will have more than these entries of the menu that are the ones that. Okay, yeah, yeah. It depends on the space available. So first of all, taking notes. Geopaparazzi is born to take notes, in fact. So the first thing that it is possible is to take notes. Notes are very useful, and they can be simple notes or more structured notes. Simple notes just contain a text or a picture or either a scratch. You can also draw a scratch. Then there are more complex notes that are based on structured forms, like having a form when you go in the field and fill a form with options and yes, no fields and so on. This part of the complex note, we will not see them today. You can personalize and insert here your own note, but we don't see it now. These are examples of available notes. And then for each note, there is the possibility to insert the note either in the GPS position or in the map center. Probably if you try it now, the only possibility that you have is to put in the map center because the GPS is not working, I think. It's working? Wow. Okay, if the GPS is working, you have these two options. Otherwise, only in the center of the map. The other button here contains some project information. You can edit it and add some metadata. These information are important if you do many surveys. So you have to fix the date. You have to fix you have to share. If you have to share your project, you can put here inside your name, your references, and give some metadata that will help then in recognizing and searching the project. Okay, another very important stuff of Geopaparazzi is the possibility to register the GPS log. So basically your path, your GPS path. This is very simple. If the GPS is fixed, so if this icon is green, you can select this button. There is the possibility to give a name of your log and also to continue from a previous log. And then if you select OK, the button here becomes orange, and the Geopaparazzi starts to save all the points of your GPS. Okay, all the points is not real, but there are some preferences in the advanced preferences where you can select the time at which you want to save the point, or the distance between the point, the minimum distance between the point to save the point, just not to overload your project and your device. To stop the logging, just reselect the same icon and it will stop. The most important part is the map view. You can access the map view directly from this button, and in general, if you are online, default internet service is already working for you on your device, and so there is a possibility to see a map and to browse the map and to do stuff inside the map view. First of all, just in case you will do it and do not find a way to come back, this button here on the top right, orange button, if you keep it long tap, it will remove all the clears all the map tools from the visualization. So it is good because you have a full visualization of your map, but if you need the tools, you have to keep it tapped again and they will come back. So if you don't see the tools in the map, just keep this button tapped. Okay, what are these tools available in the map view? The first one gives the possibility to add a note. It is the same like the button we saw in the dashboard, but this is interactively in the map view, integrated in the map view. And it gives the same possibility to insert a simple note or a complex note in the center of the map, either in the GPS position. If you long tap this button also, you can see the list of your nodes. Same for the bookmarks. You can insert a new bookmark or see the list of bookmarks. Bookmarks are very simple text with position. You just insert a note in a place and without any other attribute. Then there is a possibility to activate the log analysis. So if you have a log visualized on your map, by activating this, you will see all the information related to all the points registered, like in this case, latitude and longitude and altimetry, and also the time step of the data. The last tool is the distance. So you can measure a distance from on a map. So you just select the tool here and then draw your path, and Geopaparazzi calculates the distance. Then there are these two buttons for the zoom, to zoom in and zoom out. An example here is of the note list. So if you long tap on the note list and you already registered some note, you can access all the notes you registered, and you can define how to sort the notes by the name, by inverse name, by map center distance, or just in alphabetic order or by time. You can select to delete the note or to zoom to note. Then there is the part of the editing tools. We will not see today because we have only short time. But Geopaparazzi allows you to edit points, lines, and polygons. So if both geometries and attributes. So if you have some data and you can load the data in Geopaparazzi, and then you go out in the field and directly modify the shapefile like that. So when you come back in the office, you have all your attributes also modified, directly modified, without doing it again. Oh, okay. The last two buttons are the import and export. The import, these are very simple tools because you can select between the options what to import. There is the possibility to import GPX files, to connect to a remote server, to import some bookmarks that are in fact very simple data. It is only a text file with a label, latitude, longitude, and the zoom level. And then to create a default database for example, for using the editing tools to insert new tools directly in a database, and other online services like MapQRLs or WMS. And the export is almost the same. The direct export from Geopaparazzi is in KMZ or GPX. And then you can export on a server, export your bookmark and share with someone else, or export only the images that you did. This last possibility to export only the images is done because Geopaparazzi saves all the data, so notes, tracks, preferences, and all the things in one single file. So it is not so easy to access the data inside without a GIS, like the connection with gvSIG, or without exporting them. So if you want just to export the pictures, you can just select this item and export the pictures in a folder. Okay. In the map view, we already saw that there is a predefined, default server, which is the MapNIC, that it is the OpenStreetMap service, online service for the maps. So if you open Geopaparazzi and if you are online, you will see this map. Okay? But there is the possibility to add other kind of background. For example, some data that are created by MapsForge. MapsForge is an open source project that releases the data under LGPL. In fact, you can download the maps. In general, there are the maps of maps of a country in a format that it is a .map file. It is in fact a binary vector format, and you can save it on your device and use it without internet connection. So this MapsForge is very useful if you want to do a survey in places where you don't have internet connection, and it provides the basic map of it's very similar to the OpenStreetMap, in fact. Then there is the possibility to use as background MB tiles. MB tiles as open specifications, so standard MB tiles that can be created with a service that creates, or like we will do using gvSIG, using the plugin of gvSIG. Then there is the possibility to connect to a map URL. This, before the MD tile, is also for offline use. And this map URL is for online use, and it is simple, a simple connection with a web map server. And here are all the you have all the specification on how to do this connection and to personalize your connection, and also this for WMS. So basically there are different, four main different kind of type of background layers. Two are online, Mapnik and WMF servers, and two are offline, these MapsForge and the MB tiles. What we are going to do today is to create an MB tile of the orthophoto of the area surrounding here, and then load it on our phone before going out. Okay, this was about the background layers. We can also visualize in Geopaparazzi, and therefore can edit these other vector layers. Vector layers to be managed by Geopaparazzi have to be in a Spatialite database. I don't know if you know Spatialite, but Spatialite is a very handful database that puts all the stuff in one single file. So it is definitely a database, but you have only one file, and it contains all the things. You can create a Spatialite database using the Spatialite GUI, for example, and then you can save the file on your device and import it in Geopaparazzi. Geopaparazzi reads and writes, because Geopaparazzi can edit the geometries and the attributes of the data in Spatialite directly from the Spatialite file. In the data that we prepare for the workshop, you will find also a Spatialite file. So we will see also how to see this file. For the layers that are contained in a Spatialite, this is, if you add a Spatialite, you will see the list of layers, and then you can set the properties, the shape, the stroke, and the colors, and then you can also enable labeling, set the size, or choose the field of the label. And the result is like this. The background map, this is like a Mapnik, and the vectors, that is in this case are points, with different layers of different style, with also a label. Okay, so we will prepare something like this for our field survey. So we will have a background map, personalized background map, and some and a vector of points on the map. So what we have to do is preparing the data using gvSIG. Okay? So the first operation you did, I don't know if I did, was to copy all the stuff that was in the Joggle folder on the server directly in the gvSIG folder. Okay. So then we have to copy. So before doing this, just start gvSIG. Okay. We realized that there are some problems with the main gvSIG exe file. So I suggest you to run the gvSIG desktop, this file, with the extension tmd, that it is the scripting command. Sono lentissimi. È per quello che dico. No, tu vai. Adesso se dopo in caso ti lascio. Ok, I will suggest, did you all start a gvSIG? Because these laptops are very slow. So I suggest you to run the gvSIG command, this one. So you will see if something is working. Okay? In the meanwhile, we will copy the Geopaparazzi data. Hi, hola. There is this folder on your in the W folder that is called Geopaparazzi data. Copy all the folder on your desktop. Okay, I'm sorry because all these things should be already done, but in fact they aren't, so we are losing a bit of time, but anyway. Okay. Did you all start a gvSIG? Do you have a gvSIG running now? Okay. I can understand, I know that. I realized now. So, you can open the data folder that you copied on your desktop. Okay, go on your desktop and open the Geopaparazzi data folder. It contains another folder named data, and inside this folder, inside this folder, you can find the first one is an example of MB tiles. It is just if you cannot produce it here, we can use that one. But you will do it by yourself. So basically, it should not be used. Then there is the database Spatialite, the database, the Valencia database. and it contains the layer, two layers basically. The layer of the monumental trees and the layer of the point of interest of the city of Valencia. I downloaded them as shapefile from the open data of Valencia and inserted them in the Spatialite using the Spatialite GUI. It was not to lose too many time. We gave you directly the Spatialite. And then there is this orthophoto, that it is a TIFF with the projection. The TIFF is this one. This is the orthophoto of the area here around. I think we are almost here somewhere. And the orthophoto has its project file. So if you are familiar with GIS data in this project file, there is the information about the projection, and you can open it as a text file. I don't know here how to abrir. No. Okay. And you see here the projection of the orthophoto. But before starting it, all of you have gvSIG running? Okay, gvSIG is running. Okay. So we can try to install the Geopaparazzi plugins, because in the standard version they are not installed. So just go on your in the standard installation of plugins, herramientas, tools, and install plugins. Okay, and select the second option, installation from an archive. Okay, sorry, herramientas, and the first option is administrador de complementos, and installation from an archive. And then here you have to select to the W folder and the Geopaparazzi gvSPKS. In the W folder there is this file. Okay, you install, you select it, just go on and install it. Okay, again from here, herramientas, administrador de complementos, and select the second option here, and here look for the Equipo W folder and Geopaparazzi gvSIG package. I think they are not released until now, but we are going to release in these days, because we had some problem to prepare all the stuff for the conference, but we will come back and release them. Then open it, and then go on, next, siguiente. I think it will take a bit of time because it is on a remote server. Okay, are you all at this stage? Okay. Basically, you have to select to install all that is not installed here, that do not have this green icon here. So the Geopaparazzi support, and then JGrass Tools Spatial Toolbox, and also the gvSIG, JGrassTools gvSIG base, gvSIG EPANET, EPANet, gvSIG project, and gvSIG WK tools. All that is not installed in the checkbox. As you can see here. Otherwise, you can filter here at the top and write JG. No. Okay. No, no, no. Non hai visto? Aspetta che te lo rifaccio. I'm gonna to repeat it. So, going the, do you have all the Spanish version installed here? So I will try to read it. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry? The English version, yes, it's easy to, you go to in mostrar, preferencias, y aquí general idioma, select English or your language here, and then it should change directly, okay? I will keep the Spanish because the others have Spanish, so it's easier for them to follow. Okay, so all of you have gvSIG running. Go in herramientas, administrador de complementos. Sorry for my Spanish, it's worse than the English. Okay? And here, selection the second option, instalación desde un archivo. Okay? And browse here for, I think you will see this time, you go in the W folder and select the Geopaparazzi gvSIG package. Okay, abrir en siguiente. Okay, here you can find the list of the installed plugins. The installed ones are those with the green icon here. The ones that are not installed yet are have this empty box. So just select to install all those packages that have this empty box. And in particular, just scroll down here and select Geopaparazzi support. And then again, JGrassTools Spatial Toolbox. Yes? Before, yeah? Excuse, I will go back. Herramientas, complementos, instalación desde un archivo, okay? And browse here. Geopaparazzi gvSIG in the W, okay, folder, okay. You selected this, abrir, siguiente. Okay, and here select all that is not already selected. all that have this checkbox empty. Okay, the first one is Geopaparazzi support, then JGrass Tools Spatial Toolbox, and then also all the org JGrass tools. Okay? That's all. Okay, then you can select Siguiente. Sorry. Okay, did you select the packages? Then go on, next, and select, okay, they are not official packages yet, because they are not, in fact, released officially, and we can go on, because we accept them all. Okay, the installation, there should be 7 packages. Just check this one. There should be 7. Yes, it is the same way. Yeah, yes. But we have to provide to release the packages for gvSIG that we didn't do until now because we had to finish some stuff, but we will do during the next days. Okay. All of you terminated and all went fine. Okay, so terminal here. gvSIG says that you have to rerun gvSIG. So accept, close gvSIG, and rerun it from the folder and the same file. Okay, so we should have almost everything. Okay, you also, yes. Okay, they already started gvSIG, restarted. They have, I think, okay, they have to restart. Exit gvSIG, close and run again gvSIG. It should be green. Now gvSIG. And with this new menu here in the top, that it is called JG Tools. Yeah, without that we will have some problem. Yeah, it should work. Okay? Okay. So if you go just to have a quick look at what we installed, here you have some tools that we developed, and in particular the Spatial Toolbox, some tools for managing geometries and raster data, and the Geopaparazzi main tools, and the EPINet tools that are the tools related to hydraulic simulations and so on. We will see only the tools in Geopaparazzi entries. So basically now we want to create a background map for our Geopaparazzi. Okay? This background map will be the orthophoto, the one that we saw, the TIFF that we have in the data folder. So this one, this TIFF, we will go out with this as background on our Geopaparazzi. So the first thing that we have to do is to create a new view and set the projection of the new view to the one of the data. So we go in gvSIG, create a new view, nuevo, and it is fine. And then go to the properties here, and select here actual current projection, proyección actual, and here inside change from the drop down menu here to EPSG. Okay. Okay, I'm a bit stuck. Okay. So from this that is your starting state. Select to create a new view, so nuevo. Okay, and go in the properties of this new propiedad. Okay, here we have to set the projection of the view to the projection of our teeth. I opened before the projection file, and we saw that the projection of the ortho image was in this EPSG 25830. So we have to set this one to the view, and definitely you can select here proyección actual, actual current projection, browse here, click on this button. Okay, this is the default projection of the views of gvSIG. Select this drop down menu here and select on the top of the window and select EPSG. Okay, and then here we can write 25830 for código and search, buscar. Okay? Yes. EPSG. Yeah, it will take a bit. Yeah, another projection is. Yeah. It can change because in Italy there are the old projections in Monte Mario and so on, and the actual projection that are UTM, but the UTM can be based on the WGS84 or ETRS89 like this one. You can look inside the projection file or directly access the metadata of the orthophoto, and they usually give the exact projection of your data, of the data. Okay, all of you selected the projection? Okay, so aceptamos. There and also here, I also forget to accept here, so I at some point I don't have, if you don't accept here, you don't change the projection. So accept also here. And if you see at the bottom of your window, there is the EPSG indication of the current EPSG, and it should be 25,830. Okay? All of you is here. Okay, in the presentation then you can find all the things. We will load the presentation in the material of the conference. Then we have to import the orthophoto. This is very easy in gvSIG. Sorry, I will. Okay, just go in your Explore, select the TIFF, the one with the, and drag and drop in the view, in the gvSIG view. Did you do that? Or either you can go in the vista, add layer, or right click here in the list of the layer, add layer, and select the file. This is for me the easiest way, but maybe some of you don't like drag and drop. Select here the normal to import it in the normal, not tiled. And gvSIG recognizes the projection and doesn't do any reprojection, so we accept here. Hola. Okay? So now we have our orthophoto here. Okay? So this is what we want to export for Geopaparazzi. So now things are very easy. Just go in the JGrass Tools menu, Geopaparazzi, and the first entry, create Geopaparazzi tiles. Okay, you can personalize this map and add some other also vectors with special things, with style and so on, and you can use that, the orthophoto with vectors as background. So we export all that is visualized in the view. So select this, create Geopaparazzi tiles. Okay, by default, we create an MB tile with a minimum zoom level of 13 and a maximum zoom level of 19. Okay? Take care because higher zoom level are very useful if you have to go in deep and if you have a detailed orthophoto or detailed data, but they will increase a lot the number of tiles because they are exponential, so it will be a bigger data. So take care to compensate if you need that zoom level or not. And it will take also some time to elaborate. So for today we will leave 13 and 19. I can assure you that I go out with 20, with the maximum zoom level of 21 usually on an orthophoto. But today we don't do that because it will take too much time. Since we have an orthophoto, the better image type to use is the JPG, as Andrea suggested me. Then okay, then you can define the database name, workshop, and the database, the folder where to save this MB tile. And I suggest you to go in the same folder, the Geopaparazzi data. So on the desktop, Geopaparazzi data again, and April. You can put it everywhere, just remember where you save it. Okay? All of you are here? Which is that? Oh, I just put it in the same folder on the Yes, but just to know Geopaparazzi data, I put that. Just to be sure to not to lose the data. Okay, so we can press OK here. And this new window, processing window, appears with, it shows the evolution of our creation. Next step, so I will take it in advance, is to copy these files to your device. Okay? So basically you can do it as you prefer, as you normally transfer data from the PC to the device and back. So maybe using the USB cable, or you can send it by email from these PCs and open it here. Just we need to copy the files that we are creating here on our device. I cannot help you in this because these internet connections and so on are very strange, so I will suggest to use the cable or sending via email. Do you have any other? Emma, in the okay, you can do a map for or wherever, any folder, no problem. See, sorry, I usually have a folder that is called maps and put all the stuff that in there, because otherwise there are maps and databases everywhere in the device. So just to make some order. Okay, so this is, did it finish, process finished for all of you? Yes? Yes? I really don't know. I think Andrea probably can help us. It could be because you have different zoom on the map. No, okay, you zoom. So I forgot to tell you that we export exactly the view. So what it is inside the view, and also the area of the view. Sorry. So if you did a zoom and the area visualized was shorter, so you exported less data. Sorry. Yes, exactly. That one, and also this equivalence supply, if possible. The most important is this one. So if you finished here, the process is finished, you will find in the data folder or wherever you saved your workshop MB tiles file. Okay. This and the gvSIG Spatialite have to be sent to your device. If it is possible, also this Spatialite is just for you if you want to try to visualize also the vector layers in the Spatialite. The most important is the MB tiles, so you can see the background. You already copied on the... you don't have an Android? Okay. I can give you mine to test it. Almost, I think. Okay. once I will give you mine, but I will wait for the others too. Yes?
Sostanzialmente è un'altra base.
No, è un database vettoriale.
Ok,
quello.
fatto con lo stesso background.
Il background è background, è un raster.
Ok.
E il vettoriale sono punti quelli, infatti. Transfer out. Unfortunately, there is this Geopaparazzi workshops are very nice, but there is this connection between what you do on the laptop and that if you are at home and you are usually do that, okay, but when you are outside with different internet connections and so on, it's always a mess. Okay. So once you so once you have, do some of you have the data on the device already? The MB tiles and Spatialite. If it's possible, but MB tiles is the most important. Yes? Yes, if it's possible on the device, yes. This is finished and this creates the workshop and details, okay? If it's possible, also the DB Valencia could be nice. How do you
Install? Import the data, yeah.
Yeah, no, you have to copy the data from the PC to the. You did? Ah, okay. I was waiting for the rest because. Oh, sorry. Because, but we can start to do. What time is it? We go on and then people will come back. Okay. So now, for those of you that copied the files on the device, so open Geopaparazzi. I don't have on the presentation, so I'm coming here. So we have to import the background as background. So you go in the icons on the top left and select tile source, the first entry of the menu. It should be on the language of your mobile, and here you can see this but you will have only Mapnik probably, okay? So press the plus button and go in the folder. If you don't have this in directly, go browse the folder where you put the data and select. For example, I put all in a map folder and select this workshop MB tile, okay? And then select it also from this. Okay? And then if you go to the map folder and you don't see anything, just push the orange button and center on the map. Okay? If you have problems, just okay. Okay. Here, select tile source. Okay. Yes, you're different here. So you have to put it there in the map folder. In this, yeah.
I have to put in the maps folder.
See, yes.
And the maps.
Yes. Yes, because the previous version only read the data from there.
And the maps is
here.
I have put in download folder.
Okay. But no. Where is this download for?
A download for this.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Prueba datos.
Yes.
Yeah. Maps.
Maps.
Venga.
These folders are from the application?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. You use this folder.
Okay.
Okay. So let's try again. Sorry. Here? No. Sorry. No. Source. No. Because it has to restart. Hopefully. Prueba datos. And then go here.
Thank you.
And this. Okay. Can you see your background? No. Okay. Here you have the data here. Okay. Select tile source. Check. Select. Okay. Okay. Does it work for you? Yes. Just perfect. Does it work for you? Okay. Yes. Yes. Select and go to the map. And if you don't see anything, just go here and center, and then yes. Yep. Yeah, but she knows how to do that. Perfect. Oh. Click it again. Okay. Yes. Yeah. And then here you can. Okay.
Let's have a program. This is my case.
Yeah, because you.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you. It's my fault. Sorry.
I just realized for that because
you can go only there.
Okay.
You can go only there to make your survey. Now we go outside, but you have to go there and in no other places.
Did the phone explode?
No. Yes. Luckily, the area was just closing. Okay. So we are almost ready to go out because then we should finish. We can load also the Spatialite data. As if you want to see how to load Spatialite data, in the Spatialite database, you can put the vectors that you want also to edit in the field. So you can edit in the field the geometries, add new geometries to that vector, delete the geometries, modify geometries, and also the attributes. So maybe it's also nice to see how to add Spatialite in the view here. So to add a Spatialite, that one, just in the map view, click on the same button, orange button on the top, and list of that Spatialite data. The second entry, you will see this one. So, map view, click here and select the second entry, Spatialite database. You will see something like nothing here. Just press the plus button on the bottom and browse to find your database. DB Valencia Papa. That should be this one. Browse and look for the file. And then if you select it, this is not. You're right. I have it on my phone and there are stuff inside, so yes, you should also put that one in the maps folder, I think. You copied in the map folder, the database. The DB Valencia. I just copied
yes, I copied.
Okay.
Which one?
No. No, these are maps.
Download?
Okay.
Is this
Yes.
one?
Maps. Okay, let's try. There are things in there? Okay. So, from this view, you can select to visualize one or both of these layers. And then you can go to the preferences of these layers by clicking these 3 points and select from the properties the fill, stroke, or whatever you want. So select the colors. For example, I select the info suite tab, and from the properties, I don't know, a star, a circle. I want a circle, a big circle. And then once you have set the preferences, just exit and then you will see the stuff on your no, not now. Did you try? You want to try? So you want? Yes. Okay. You want to see both the things. So this we don't need. So then you go here and properties. And then here you can set if you want a circle, bigger, because otherwise, okay, then if you select here something, okay, just then you can do it by yourself. Exit here, and no, I think these are only the bookmarks. No, okay. Okay, so we should go out with this stuff if you want to try to use Geopaparazzi. At least you can see the GPS position and how to take a note with a GPS position. If you want, otherwise if you want to stay here, I don't know, we have 20 minutes. We go out for 10 minutes, just take 2 notes and then come back and try to import the project in gvSIG. This is what we can do. Otherwise, you can stay here and try something in gvSIG or in use Geopaparazzi here, but I don't know if it works. E la internet connection? No, col cavo non riesci a... Sì, esatto. So let's go out. I want just to drink a bit of water, but I'm coming. The time to do it practically, but in fact you will find all the information regarding how to import your the data of your survey in gvSIG. There are mainly 2 ways to see the data of your survey in gvSIG. One is just a visualization. You can visualize the data contained in a Geopaparazzi project with a viewer, like in this case. So you just import the project here, and you will see all the things, starting from the GPS track and all the nodes here, and all the images also. And for the path, the tracks, you can see also the elevation, the profile chart. Okay, the second option for assessing the Geopaparazzi data inside gvSIG is to convert the project in shapefiles, definitely. So this is very easy. Once you have your Geopaparazzi project on the computer, you have to go to the folder to the view and add a new layer, as you do normally in gvSIG. You go here and right click añadir una capa, and you will have here the Geopaparazzi tab. Okay, but we should have a database here to select. I don't have it on this computer, but if you select here a valid database, the tool shows you the metadata, so all the information of the info file, and then what it is stored inside. So if you have simple notes, media notes, GPS log, or whatever that is inside, and one single layer of each of these things will be created. One shapefile of each one of this stuff. And so this is an example of the export. This is the GPS log, the simple notes, and the media notes, the pictures. Here there is the visualization of the log and the notes. And they are added here as layers in the gvSIG view. It is also possible to open the media related to a node with the last tool here of the Geopaparazzi menu, open media images, and then selecting the image, you can see, select the point, you will see the image. It is? No, it is not the result of this one. It is another database. Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, it was too short, and we have this problem of installing things, and we don't have. Okay. Yes. It is one line for each recording. If you want, you can continue from the last one, but all these lines can be exported in one single layer. Yes? The path? Yes? Yes. You want to see the pictures as points, shapefiles, or only see the pictures like file pictures? Yes. So these can be simple note or media notes are the pictures. So you create with this stuff, or you already have a shapefile with the points are the position of the pictures, and inside this there is the link to the image. Okay, so the presentation went on with some other stuff, but I will leave the presentation to you as the material, so you will have everything to redo. And if you have any question, just write on the mailing list, and we will help you to go on. I hope you enjoyed this application, and yes. I hope they will put in the material on the website. In any case, just write us, or we will put for sure on SlideShare. Yes. 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 Now, this is also is free. All is free, yes. We develop it for free. Yeah, it's like we are angels. No, in fact, we develop this standard version for free, and then if we have customers that want to personalize versions, connections, databases, or forms, or connection with centralized data downloading and so on. So mostly we develop things in that case, and then release what it is general for the use. Yeah. 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 You can use always for free. You can, if you don't need any other stuff, you can use it for free. If you need some personalization, we are very happy to do that. But bye, thank you.
For download this program,
gvSIG is gvSIG. You have to download gvSIG. You go.
It's not your company.
Geopaparazzi. No.
You are Geopaparazzi.
Yes.
It's another company.
The gvSIG is the main GIS from the gvSIG Association. So you have to install gvSIG.
Okay, and later you send the
JG tools. Okay, these are our tools.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we didn't release them until now because we had too many stuff to prepare for the conference. but we will do in the next days. And
okay,
you will
so-
find the link on the gvSIG website for sure, because we are part of the gvSIG association, so we will
okay.
put
Okay.
together.
Last question.
Yes?
For going. If I need some tutorial or some extra information because I want to learn
Mhm.
this environment, is in the website or
Look for Geopaparazzi material. You will find presentations and stuff.
tags and
Yes. Otherwise, there is a mailing list of Geopaparazzi.
a mailing for
This is a central system for mails. Everyone can send mails and everyone can reply. So we will reply for sure. But
Okay.
in fact, yes.
I like it very much.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have an idea, but I wanted to make project with localization.
Ah, yeah. This is done
I
for
know
that.
from
Ah, okay. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do whatever.
Have the data.
Ah, yes.
So how to
On the to see the pictures. So just let me see. Ah, okay. Open the image. Okay. I'm sorry, but I have to go. So, because I have a presentation, so I hope you enjoyed and thanks for coming.